Guys, thank you so much for joining. This is my first episode. I am so excited to bring this to you guys. My name is Melissa Swader. I'm your host to Real Talk, Real Business, Real People. So I thought that I would do this episode by myself, but we have some really awesome upcoming shows, and I can't wait to share those with you. But I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to get to know who I am and the reason why I felt that this was something I really wanted to do. And based on everything that I've gone through in the last 20 years of my career, this was something that I felt would bring more value to people who just see me behind the scenes, and also people who know me from either the commercial real estate industry, those who know me from Ruby Red Media, my business, which is a full service marketing company, and those who might know me from Elevate Magazine. This is mine right here. That's actually the first cover that I did last year. We celebrated the 1 year anniversary back in June. So, really excited. But I should probably warn you, this is probably not a G-rated podcast because my family's from Brooklyn. And every now and then I feel like I'm saying something that's rolling off the tongue that's probably inappropriate. We are definitely not this Southern hospitality, if you will. God love you guys. My family more, so you kind of get to know, or how I grew up, is the Brooklyn, New York, Thanksgiving or Christmas or a holiday. It would be more like, yo, the butter's been sitting in front of you for like 5 minutes. My bread's getting cold over here. I mean, what do you think I'm going to do with, cold butter and cold bread? Nothing. Just keep it. Never mind. Just keep. Okay, never mind. Just give it back to me. Come on, give it back to me. All right. I love you, man. That's my family, okay? It's not, hey, can you please pass me the butter? No. That doesn't work in my family. So if I happen to say something completely inappropriate, Brooklyn, New York. But I was actually born and raised here. So let's talk about that. So I went to St. Mary's High School, went to Phoenix College. I played collegiate basketball, and then I went over to Arizona State University, go Devils. And I actually had my business license before I actually had my bachelor's degree. And I have been doing this for 20 years. In fact, this year celebrates my 20th year anniversary in this career. And I love what I do. And this is kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about because, when I have all these upcoming guests that are, coming onto the show, I wanted to really talk about all kinds of different business and different aspects of marketing, which people really don't understand in the world today. What we did back in 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and how we presented ourselves, personal branding, it kind of really wasn't a thing back then, if you really think about it. Now it's, if you don't have an identification about who you are or what you represent, you really suffer in this competitive industry of people identifying with you. So, and I'm sure that, you guys, we all can relate to this. Let's just go back. About mid-20s, I was about in my mid-20s when I really started getting out there. And I'll never forget, this is the thing, I'll never forget, you all probably listening have gone through this one way or the other. About, 15, 16 years ago, about that, I remember being in a networking group, and I was just really starting to get out there. So for those of you guys who are in your 20s or like your, early 30s, you guys are just really starting to get your feet wet and really shake those hands and understand, what relationships and how they matter. Well, I didn't really realize that people were so cutthroat back in the day, being in your early 20s. But it was a big kind of slap in the face. And it was that at that moment, this kind of epiphany moment that happened to me in business that really honestly changed everything about what I did in business. And I'll be just straight up frank with everybody on this show because I have absolutely nothing to hide. But it was a networking group that I belonged to up in Anthem. And the State Farm insurance agent, this guy just thought he was just the shit, basically. And he did everything he could, because when I joined, all the marketing responsibilities went to me. I started getting the leads. I got the deals. I always referred. I showed up on time. I paid my dues. It did not matter, right? It was the fact that, I think, jealousy, to be honest with you, because what guy would actually wait until his friend took a board seat as the president to pull me to a Starbucks to tell me that they were going into a different direction? And I thought to myself, you coward, you honestly want to pull me aside and tell me that I don't belong? But it was, at that moment, I was devastated, because I think we've all gone through this, where somebody has done something, said no, or felt like you were rejected. And it actually changed the way that I looked at business from that point forward. And it wasn't, I had so many emotions. Like, I was mad, I was angry, I was hurt, I was confused, I was shocked, I couldn't understand. And all I kept saying is, why? Because I couldn't comprehensively get it in my head, like, why that would happen. From that point forward, I thought, I will never let any person tell me that I can't do anything or that I don't fit. Let me tell you something. If you think that I don't fit in your circle, you don't deserve for me to be in your circle, because people should not treat like people in business like that. If there is some reason that, you just don't feel like you don't respect the way they do business or whatnot, that's great. But to make it such a theatrical process and, to do what you did, those people did what they did, that was just really wrong. I feel like karma always comes back to people like that. But from that point forward, I just made it a point to myself to never let anyone tell me that I could not do something. And I never, at that point, it was like I felt I had to make a difference. I needed to make sure that people knew that they deserve success. I wanted to make sure that, although we might be competitors in a business, and for all the commercial real estate out there, for those who may not know, I'm also the director of marketing and PR and administration for SVN Desert Commercial Advisors, and I've been there almost about 5 years. And when I jumped into the real estate world, I had really worked with realtors and individual clients through my company, my marketing and design company. And it was a big change for me to getting, to know the commercial real estate industry. And there were a lot of people that, when I first got into this business, this industry, that really mentored me and really helped me, especially, in the media. And I really want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to so many of the media who have welcomed me, who have supported me, who have honestly taken me, I wouldn't say taken me under their wing, but they have done whatever they can to recognize all the things that I've achieved within 4.5 to 5 years in commercial real estate. Last year I was named 2018 Outstanding Women in Business by the Phoenix Business Journal, and that was such an honor. And I'll never forget the question that I pulled in front of 500 people in a room, and it was amazing. PBJ, that was an amazing opportunity for me. It really honestly changed the whole last year, and even this year. It's been I can't, speechless. I mean, I'm blessed beyond. I actually appreciate and really appreciate the people who support me. If you ever support me, if my name is even associated, believe me, I will reciprocate. I will give it back. I will show you how much I appreciate you, because without people like you, there are no people like me. If I'm out there trying to spread the news, trying to share good stories, features, highlights, athletes, commercial real estate advisors, transactions, if I'm talking about all these things and I have all these great relationships with the media, it's all these people that I'm talking about. They're the ones getting all the attention. No one sees my name, but yet I'm published all across the nation because of media, because of people like you guys out there. And I thank you guys so much. And I just humbly thank you guys so much. And I wanted to really just to give that shout out. I remember picking out of the little bowl, they asked a question about 5 years ago, if you thought 5 years ago that you would be where you are 5 years from now, today, what would you say to that? And I kept thinking to myself, I smiled, because I was like, what an impromptu question, because I already had that answer, because I had already been doing what I'd been doing for 15 years before that question came around, right? So I was like, oh, I love this question. And all I kept saying was, wow, you guys look so amazing out there. I could have just stood there and just talked forever, because it was so exhilarating to see so many people in the room honoring other women in business and being proud of these women out there. And I felt really blessed to be in a circle of maybe 26 women last year, and it was life-changing for me. But along the way, the content funnel, atypical, the broker list, AZ Big Media, AZRE, you guys have been so awesome, so supportive. Real Estate Daily News. I could just keep going on, honestly. Commercial Executive Magazine, just recently, Behind the Success, featured this right now, this month, I think. Yes, this month, Behind the Success. So it's where the point where you have to make sure you know where your circle is. Because I always say this, know your tribe. You guys, everybody out there knows that you're going to come across people that you just really don't like in business. Let's face it, because I'm going to tell you right now, there are a lot of people that I just really don't like. I told you I'm pretty candid about things. Okay, so here's the thing about me. I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm going to be dedicated to you, but I will never sugarcoat anything. I will not pretend to like you just to pretend to like you. No. I will just walk away. I just don't have anything to say, because I can't honestly look at other people in business or other business owners when they're out there running their mouths, or they're just talking all this crap, and they're thinking that they're this on this number one level when it's not even them doing it, it's everybody else around there doing the work for them. So I can't put into words. If you really want the respect, because one thing you guys all understand out there with business, relationships matter. Authenticity matters. So when you're out there shaking hands with people and you're looking them eye to eye and you recognize them from social media, and it's exciting, because I have to give a shout out to the Twitter family. I guys absolutely love you all. I made the mistake, and for all of you guys who are behind company Twitter accounts or company Instagram accounts, I was behind the corporate account, and I'm making all these posts, and I'm, increasing all these followers, and then I realized no one even knows it's me. So if you're behind a company account, make sure you create your own, so you have your own personal brand, that you have your own identification, and then you can just tag your company when you're talking. Because I was so excited. I think I went from like 23 followers to like almost 400 or something, and I just started this. So if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you do. It's right below in the little credits, at AZPR Ninja. And for all those who know me, you guys probably know that I'm a ninja, because I do not stop in marketing. I just keep going. I love it trending. I love the news. I love sharing stories. And if there's any type of collaboration that I could ever give to any of you, know that I will always have your back. I will always do the things that I can do to help elevate you. For those of you guys who are just listening, I'm actually pointing to my magazine title, because it actually is called Elevate. I found myself saying that 1,000 times a day. Gosh, we just need to elevate this marketing. We just need to elevate this campaign. We need to do this. And I kept thinking, I'm just going to name my magazine Elevate. That seems like a perfect, thing for me, because I say it 1,000 times a day. But if you really actually think about the name, when you wake up in the morning, what do you first do? What's your first thought in the morning? Because mine, I'm not going to lie, one eye open, one eye closed. My eyes haven't even adjusted, because I've got these blackout curtains, so it's just this bright phone staring at me in the face. And I'm still trying to check my Twitter. I'm still checking my email, seeing what I have to do today. I'm still checking Instagram and Facebook. And for those of you also who do not know, please follow me on Facebook. It's at Melissa Swader AZ. And although let me look at the time. Although, this is something that I'm talking about here, there's so much more that I've been doing over the years. And if you really want to know everything that I'm doing and everything that's about to happen on the upcoming shows, check out my website, melissaswader.com. It has everything from, all my achievements, everything that I'm involved with commercial real estate, everything that I'm involved with Ruby Red Media, which is my full service marketing and design PR company, everything that I'm doing with the magazine here behind me, Elevate Magazine. And for those who might watch my LinkedIn page, please follow me on LinkedIn. I love being connected because where there's connections, there's collaboration. Where there's collaboration, there's success. And that's what we all are in business for. Success, not in the terms of money, because that is not, at the end of the day, I feel better about achieving something I set out to do, or reaching a deadline, or reaching a goal, or changing the landscape of someone's, business and marketing plan because they needed so much help. And then all of a sudden I see this 25% increase in profit over 2 months, and all because we put something together. That excites me. That is what marketing is about. That's what business is about. If you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, if you're anyone out there that has goals and wants to achieve them with the only one reward, and that's to make a difference, then you're in business for the right reason. You're a commercial real estate advisor. If you put your clients first, you're in it for the right reason. If it's just about the deal, people are going to see right through you. You're going to be as transparent as a transparency back in the day when you put it on the little projector. That clear. They'll see right through you. So I can't wait to share more about everything that I'm going to be talking about. And I know I'm probably so comfortable in front of the camera that I could just keep talking. So I won't. But upcoming, my next episode is going to be airing on Wednesday, and this coming Wednesday. So make sure that you tune in. You guys might all know my guest in the studio with me. And if you guys ever have any comments, make sure you comment below. And you can always reach me on any of my forums. From Facebook, I have a few closed groups, and I have several Facebook pages. So if you guys don't know, I have a very large following on Facebook too. And Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at Melissa Swader AZ as well, plus Elevate Biz Mag. Again, all my contacts and information is on my website, melissaswader.com. So check it out. And I will be talking to you guys soon. And just remember, if I'm going to leave you with anything for this introductory show, I want to say this. Do not ever, ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something. If you have the courage to look someone in the eye and say, I appreciate your feedback, and then walk away and then make that shit happen, you are exactly who I want to know. You are exactly the person I want to be in your circle, because that kind of worth ethic, that kind of commitment, that kind of determination is how deals get done, and how business gets done, and how collaboration works. So stay true to yourself, be who you are, and just be authentic, be original, and be you. This is Melissa Swader with Real Talk, Real Business, Real People. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.